If a frog had wings, it wouldn't bump his tail every time he
if
jumps.
I hit the ground and the ground caught.
Let's talk about, the game of the week, I feel like, Georgia at Auburn.
Let me clap. Let me clap for Tiger. I mean for
Kirby. You don't even
Georgia
know what
fans.
the Alabama mascot is.
No.
It could be an elephant.
I'm doing the Kirby clap. Hang on, this is the Kirby clap, guys.
It could be a tiger.
I'm clapping. I'm not calling for timeout. Clapping. I'm clapping.
All right, we'll get to the clap.
Hang on. I don't think everybody can see it at home. The Kirby clap, guys.
So, first you have the goal line controversy, right?
It's a touchdown.
It's
a touchdown.
For Georgia. You're right. It was a touchdown for Georgia.
No,
He didn't break the plane. Ball's punched out. We scooped it and ran it all the way back.
I cannot
Should have been
stand.
a touchdown.
I cannot stand Auburn. I cannot stand them. My mouth tastes like trash just saying their name. It was a touchdown. If you cannot look at that still picture.
The only person in the nation that says it was a touchdown.
Okay.
That wasn't for Georgia.
Whatever.
Go on record right now, Mac Evers.
Whatever. It was a
only
touchdown.
person
Right's right, wrong's wrong.
in the United States.
I make a living
Auburn
off of telling the
fans
truth.
included, that thinks he got in the end zone for an Auburn touchdown.
I will say,
I'm clapping.
At first glance, I thought the nose of the football touched.
Break the plane.
It was millimeters.
It must break.
It was millimeters.
The rule book says the ball must break the plane.
And
he didn't break
you have to have complete control.
He
of
had
the
both
football.
hands on the ball.
He didn't.
Oh my!
I feel like
again, Mac's not watching tape before he speaks on stuff.
Let me clap.
so
Let me clap.
this
for,
is
let
one
me
of
clap
the
for Jared.
examples that I would have loved. I would have loved to hear what the refs
were mic'd up. Absolutely.
I would have loved because we saw that in like a Big Ten game, and it was great to hear the back and forth between the refs in the booth, and I feel like that was something we really missed and could have used. I mean, they obviously saw something. They took a long time, and it had, what was it called on the field? Was it called a fumble?
I think it was called a fumble.
It was called a fumble, so they had to have indisputable evidence that it was a touchdown. And in real life, it could have been a touchdown, but they didn't have the undisputed evidence to overturn.
Let's talk about the referees and being able to review it. Like, even in baseball, I miss some of the human error in some of the stuff. Even like this, and I get tired of watching review after review after review after review. Like, even if they call that a touchdown or a fumble for Auburn or Georgia, whichever way it goes, I miss the human error, like the human error part of it. Yeah. And I understand some of it has to be reviewable. Maybe I don't even know about that, but maybe like a targeting call or something where you in real time you want to go back and look at something. But I think there's too many. I don't know. I guess I miss the human error part of the football to where a lot of times where some of it's reviewed, some of it's not reviewed. We can't review this because we called a timeout right before it, or we can't review it now because you called a timeout. I don't call that kind of stuff.
God.
Raylan Wilson punched the
There's
ball out.
2 hands on the football.
Yeah, but the ball's
There's
not in
2
it.
hands on the football.
Let's
go directly below that hand.
Yeah, so they don't.
That is the line.
They don't give touchdowns for on the 1 yard line. He is not nowhere near it.
The ball is directly over. It is hovering.
We're revisiting
over the line.
the play
In
here.
every universe.
See, that side of the line.
Max
is
got
not-
undisputable
that
evidence.
side of the line is a
I know you can't
touchdown.
see this. Jordy will put it over this mess.
Yep, I got you.
This hand.
Putting it on the screen right now.
So
Look,
me,
look.
me, and the rest of the
Touchdown.
nation.
Right is right. Wrong is
6
wrong.
professional
I don't care.
referees, a crew in Birmingham,
Professional.
all said that it was not a touchdown, but Max says it is.
New York said, fumble,
Let's
fumble.
All right,
let's clap for Auburn.
I will say
Let's clap
that
for Auburn.
to Jaren's point, like the last, I think when they went back to the studio, they were apologizing to the people watching the game and saying like the last 2 minutes of that half took 30 because of all the reviews.
8 minutes.
And I remember texting the group and it's like, I feel like this whole half has just been under review.
Yeah.
And
I want to say I missed the game. I didn't get to see the tape.
It's okay.
I had to catch everything
At least
on
we're
replays.
admitting it.
But I was hanging out with Race Collins, hashtag
Shout out.
COC,
COC.
and I wouldn't take back hanging out with him to watch that anyway because I was told by one of my cousins who's a diehard Georgia fan that it was probably when you step back and look at it. And again, I know Jack Edwards always said, "Do not pick on the zebras," but they said to me that, and again, I didn't see it. I'm going off what my cousin told me, that it was the worst officiating for both teams.
Yeah. I have heard it.
That it was not just that they blew one call. I mean, it was that, and that they, it was not. They weren't even letting them play. Again, I've not seen the tape. All I've seen is the reviews. And I will tell you, it was a touchdown.
Yeah.
He had possession.
So
He
what
broke
they
the
call- what
plane.
they call it on the field?
He broke the plane.
So what they call it on the field?
They called it a fumble.
Oh, okay.
Georgia.
So that was a fumble. Okay.
If you break the plane in possession, the play is over. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, so they
it
would've
doesn't
called
matter
that.
what happens
So they
afterwards.
would've
If
called
that
it.
was the
They
case,
would've
every
said,
time
"Oh, he had
every
two
time
hands
Michael
on the
Vick
ball
would
and he
jump
broke the
across
plane."
the plane and drop the
Touchdown.
football,
Yeah.
it would have been a fumble.
Huh?
You remember the days of Michael Vick jumping across the plane, and every time he hit the ground, the ball would come out?
Yeah.
That would be a fumble if we go by your logic.
I think you're missing my logic, Matt. If you have control of the ball and you break the plane, I got control.
If a frog
Okay.
had wings, it wouldn't bump his
And
tail every time he
if I
jumps.
hit the ground and the ground causes a fumble, what?
The ground cannot cause the fumble.
Let me explain something. to
So
you.
if I got control when I break the plane,
That's a touchdown. The play's over.
right?
And he broke the plane.
No.
You're
No.
enforcing my argument.
No.
I don't even like Auburn.
But they're
Right's right.
Yeah.
Wrong's wrong.
All right.
College football, if you give them that touchdown, it's a different game because you know the emotion. You know the emotion of college
10-point
football.
swing.
I'm serious. It's a different ball game.
It is. It
is
is
a
a
different
different ball
ball
game, and that's why Georgia won.
Yep. Anyways,
Let me clap.
that was hilarious to me. It was the play. It was I think it was in the fourth quarter. It was coming down, and it was like the play clock was at like maybe 1 second, and Kirby comes down the sideline.
Mouthing timeout.
Yep.
I do believe.
Mouthing
It looked
timeout.
like timeout.
And then I don't understand the argument by Georgia fans. All I see on Facebook and social media is, well, the guy in the safety was clapping. What has that got to do with him hollering timeout?
He was trying to
Yeah.
stop
Yes,
it.
it's against the rules, but what does that have
so
to
you know
do?
the rule.
I mean, he was trying to call a fake cadence.
Right.
I understand
Yeah.
the logic and the argument,
that wasn't
but
what he
two
was
wrongs
thinking.
don't make a right.
Yeah, that
like
was-
he, and if they're going to find people in
It's always
college
about
football,
Georgia winning, I think.
no, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. But if we're going to fine people in this world of college football for the ignorance that gets fined for, and don't get me wrong, Kirby Smart's one of. If I had to pick a coach, Kirby Smart would be it because Nick Saban trained him, by God. But I'm gonna tell you something. If we're going to find people because what color Nike cleats they're wearing, if we're going to find people because of what they're wearing to a game, if we're going to find people because they talked after a press conference when they're fired up about something, and we fine them for saying something they probably shouldn't have said about a referee, then they need to fine that fool for running down the sideline, hollering timeout, stopping the game, and then saying, "Oh, my bad, I didn't mean timeout. I was saying that the time was close," or whatever his argument was, and this ignorant argument that the safety was clapping.
They wasn't doing their job.
Then burn the timeout. Make him take the timeout. That's football.
We'd have still won.
That hot take was brought to you by Claxton Oil and A1 Glassmasters and J&J
sorry.
Interiors.
I'm sorry.
The hottest take you will hear all week. Mac Edwards.
I'm gonna clap it off.
Let's give him some ice, folks.
I'm gonna clap it off.
We need to move on because that was
I'll clap it
that
off.
touched the nerve.
I'll clap it off. I'm just telling you. All I'm telling you is I have seen some crazy stuff in college football.
They scored 0 points in the.
But
second
what I
half.
have watched from that game has just ruined me.
Georgia-
They still haven't scored.
Yeah,
points in the
they
second half.
had plenty of time to come back. Georgia
didn't.
owned them in the second
No.
half, I think.
Let me clap.
Anyways.
About 15 yards a second.
Anyways,
I'll clap for him.